What's up, YouTube? It's your boy NBA Draco here to talk about the top 13 draft picks of the NBA 2026 NBA draft. My first pick coming up to the Washington Wizards would be Darryn Peterson. Now, the way they get Darryn Peterson is through sign and trade with the Lakers, Jazz, and Wizards. We have two players turning down crazy money. Walk them down Kessler from the Utah Jazz, which is insane. You're the Kirk Cousins of basketball. You was injury prone all last year, damn near like Austin Reeves. And you're denying $140 million 5-year deal. That is insane. Same goes to Trae Young, $49 million. They're not going to give you $50 million, bro. Take that and then you work your way to somewhere else. But I guess they're trying to force the Wizards' hand. They're trying to force the Jazz hand. It's been rumors that LeBron allegedly wants to stay with the Lakers. Why he don't want to go to Golden State for the $15 million player option? I mean, Porzingis is going to be gone. The Jazz might pick him up if Walking Down Kessler don't want to take that money. I guarantee you, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know why I'm hearing rumblings of Kevin Love coming to the Lakers. Retire, bro. Kevin Love retired. LeBron, you still my nigga. Number 2 all time after Kobe being Bryant. The Black Mamba is number 1. Darryn Peterson has some mama mentality in his game when he went against AJ DYBANSTA, going against BYU, playing for Kansas. From the looks of his game, he's way more NBA ready than AJ DYBANSTA. But on draft night, we'll see who they take. But my pick, my mock draft, I got the Wizards taking Darryn Peterson since he's more NBA ready. They're going to sign and trade, maybe send Trae Young to the Jazz, then flip him again to the Phoenix Suns. Anthony Davis will be back with the Lakers. LeBron re-signs with the Lakers. Walk him down Kessler to the Lakers if they can't get Anthony Davis. It will be a 3-team trade on draft night. And my boy, he's African-American, so an African-American should be the number 1 pick. A lot of these foreign players come over here ungrateful as a motherfucker. Plus, there's a lot of bad Ethiopian bitches in D.C. I ain't been to D.C. in a minute. But, hey, I love African pussy. I'm pretty sure my boy Darryn Peterson do too. But number 2 pick, we're going to go with AJ DYBANSTA. Now, this is a real African. Cool last name, DYBANSTA. Never heard of it before until now. He grew up in Massachusetts. Brockton, Massachusetts, so he already been whitewashed. African father, went to BYU on a $7 million deal, money hungry, as expected. I expect nonetheless. But he's probably his real age. You know, he didn't come in lying about his age like Serge Ibaka and Thon Maker and Hasheem Thabeet and all the rest of them African motherfuckers. They be lying about they age. I think he's actually his age. He looks young, so there's that. The Jazz been trying to get a superstar. They were supposed to get a white superstar last year, Cooper Fag, but the NBA rigged it. The owner in Dallas, the billionaire bitch, didn't get her casino. I understand it because casinos make a lot of money and they're fun. And Dallas and Houston need a casino. They said no to her casino. They said, fuck you, bitch. So she said, fuck y'all. I'm going to trade Luka to the Lakers. I don't give a fuck if it's an injury-prone AD and just a draft pick. Okay, the Lakers got to steal out the deal. But AJ DYBANSTA is the guy that the NBA rigged to go to the Utah Jazz. He loves white women. He loves Mormon pussy. Danny Ainge, Adam Silver, already set up a meeting for him to meet up with NBA YoungBoy on top of Gravedigger Mountain. This is the future of Utah. A lot of y'all say, hey, they got Jaren Jackson Jr. And Jaren Jackson Jr. don't want to be there. Trae Young is probably going to get paid. Trae Young probably will get traded there, but he doesn't want to be on a team like that. He's want to be on a team like the Phoenix Suns with a Devin Booker or San Antonio Spurs could replace De'Aaron Fox from what I'm hearing due to a sign and trade. So if Trae Young opts into that deal for De'Aaron Fox, the Wizards will have a point guard to go with Darryn Peterson instead and just have a point guard like Trae Young that probably would complement the Spurs, Wemby, more because He's a pass-first point guard. Yeah, Trae Young can score, but he's like a Tyrese Halliburton. He can facilitate the offense. And AJ DeBonsta is one of them ones. He's one of them ones. When he comes into the league, all the old heads like DeAndre Jordan, Eric Gordon, Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love, Al Horford, you guys need to sit down. Go retire. Walk him down Kessler posted on his Instagram that he wants to be here, but if you want to be there, you sign a 5-year, $140 million extension. That's what I got. So, and I knew you're money hungry. I can just tell, but you would have took that deal instead of wasting the Utah Jazz time. Now they have to readjust their free agency plans and possibly get like a Mitchell Robinson on the low or somebody like that to replace Walker Kessler. Or better yet, just draft Cameron Boozer. I got your replacement right here, the next generation. His father played for the Utah Jazz. I can just draft him. But we really want AJ DeBansta. He's like Harrison Barnes mixed with Tobias Harris on steroids. I'm not going to say T-Mac. I'm not going to be disrespectful like that. But he's something like. With the number 3 pick, the Memphis Grizzlies select Caleb Wilson out of North Carolina. This is one of my favorite picks. Not only that he looks like the YNs of Memphis and can resonate after Ja Morant leaves. Good, humble kid. Don't think he'll get into the gangbanging lifestyle, but you know how these Memphis niggas is when they get to the court side seats and shit. They get the influence on them. Niggas out of West Memphis, Arkansas, YTB Fat. You know, what Memphis niggas like Moneybag Yo, Big 30, you know, your Pooh Shiesties and all that shit. The culture of Memphis, the barbecue, the blues. This young nigga gets it. I don't think Cameron Boozer, he's too blue collar to get it. You know, he looks like he need to be in Utah or Chicago. Memphis is the perfect place for this young nigga. Next one up kind of reminds me of Kevin Garnett a little bit. I ain't going to give him too much praise, but you can tell in this game he's a solid power forward, Amari Stoudemire type. Gonna punch on you in the paint. That's what Grizzlies fans love. They don't want no soft Cameron Boozer. You couldn't even tell your brother to make the right pass. He out there looking like De'Aaron Fox in the motherfucking playoffs and shit. NCAA basketball playoffs. Looking crazy as hell. Hold the ball. We don't want nobody with a low IQ in Memphis. It's enough of that going on around here. Plus, there's a lot of bad bitches in Memphis. I know he don't want to go to no Utah Jazz. A lot of white hoes up there. And the city fucks with him. They'll love him like they do Ja Morant. Ja Morant got the hottest shoes. Kids got the hairstyle. Everybody on Spurs copying his hairstyle from Castle to Vassell. Everybody want to be like Ja Morant. Like he still ain't one of them members. Like he still ain't like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Ja Morant still that nigga. He might be headed to Miami or Houston. But Caleb Wilson is the next draft pick. Number 4, Cameron Boozer. This is the pick Bulls fans claim they don't want. They feel like he's the weakest link out of the 4. They want Caleb Wilson in Chicago so bad, so nobody's really talking about Caleb Wilson going to the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies don't give a fuck. Grizzlies pick the best player available. That's what I like about the Grizzlies. And Cameron Boozer, I feel like he reached his peak. Caleb Wilson still has so much to develop as far as jump shooting, handles, and defensively. Cameron Boozer, he's pretty much already polished. You see pieces of Carlos Boozer and Cameron Boozer's game. I'm not going to give him no Paul Millsap, Al Jefferson type role. He's more of a finesse like his father. Channing Frye type. He's a stretch 4, pause. He can shoot the 3. Play on both ends of the floor. He's a nice pickup. And he got his buddy P. Giddy. Pedophile P. Giddy. The one that slept with the underage girl in OKC that they like to undercover up. But it's cool. If he was black, if P. Giddy was not Australian and he was black, he'd be doing 10, 20 years behind that raping. But because he's white, it's all right. Cameron Boozer. They got Anthony Simons but he'll probably leave to a team like the Pistons or a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves who need a guard. Because Ayo Damasu and Terrence Shannon Jr., Rob Dillingham, them guys going to get paid somewhere else. So be on the lookout for that. Cameron Boozer fits in nice with this rotation. They got P. Giddy at point guard when he's really a fucking small forward. And they got Mataz Buzelis, who should have been a top 5 draft pick in his draft. I want to say it was 2004, I believe. And they just got head coach Tiago Splitter from the Portland Trailblazers. Nice coaching style. I love his coaching for the playoffs. The Trailblazers, they gave the Spurs a run for their money. Did a phenomenal job with Scoot Henderson, Robert Williams, Denny Avia, and those boys. And Cameron Boozer can change the image of Chicago away from the gang banging and gunslanging and shit. He can turn Chicago into the blue-collar city that it really is. All right, number 5. A lot of people had on their mock boards Keaton Wagler. I love Keaton Wagler's game. Nice player, can shoot, can play on both ends of the floor. But for my pick, I got this young nigga right here, MIKEL Brown Jr., straight out of Louisville. The Clippers need to think about their future. The Clippers need to think about rebuilding. They got Darius Garland. They got that shit for no reason because he injury prone as a motherfucker too. This is his replacement. Think about moving on from Kawhi Leonard, sending him to the Golden State Warriors or somewhere like the Houston Rockets and building around this young franchise guard right here. He's the future. Pick at number 5. They stole a pick from the Pacers for Zubac, steal of the draft. This is one of the steals of the draft they'll be talking about. A lot of people talking about Keaton Wagler. He's cool. I like Keaton Wagler. But I think MIKEL Brown Jr. is slightly better defensively and a little bit better shooter than Keaton Wagler is. He's a little more polished. But comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Who are your top 5 picks for the 2026 NBA draft? Let me know what you guys think.